Everyone, I'm going to read you a little teaser of the prologue to my book. It's not at the beginning, but it gives you a sample of what the book's about, and I hope you like it. I met Jack around Christmas time that first year. I had been there a few months, and the town was small enough that I knew who he was and he knew who I was, but we had never actually spoken. He was the golden boy of Victory Valley, the all-state quarterback of the football team and student body president. His mom was the local town doctor that treated just about everyone in town. I don't think she ever took a day off. If someone had a cough, she would show up on your stoop for an exam. His father was the town sheriff, who was well-liked and fair and maintained order and peace in a way that made everyone seem safe and cared for. Jack had a sister that was a grade younger than me, and like her brother, she seemed to be perfect at everything. The whole town seemed to be obsessed with them in a way. It always made me smile that even in a small town there was always a little glitz and glam and drama. I was at his family's charity Christmas ball that my father had bought me a ticket for. They go every year, and so does the entire town. Jack and his family pulled out all the stops and spared no expense. They would have made New York proud with the dedication to keeping the community together around the holidays. I was just walking around and sneaking champagne with a friend and trying not to get caught when Jack came up behind us and asked us what we were doing. I almost swallowed my tongue until he busted out laughing and told us to relax. He took us up to the attic where all his friends and his sister's friends were hanging out and drinking and smoking. Apparently their parents knew, but none of the other parents did. As long as they were back for dinner and toast, they didn't care. They assumed we were up here playing video games. I had the time of my life that night, not just with Jack, but with everyone I had spent weeks watching and trying to figure out. I was no longer the new girl, and people knew my name and started to see me as a regular face. I had my own clique of friends going and my own style, and the curious looks turned to smiles. From that day on, Jack and I saw each other every day. We were an unlikely friendship, but we were true friends nonetheless. I knew that most girls in town drooled over Jack, but I never did. It was never that way with me. I knew that he was never going to be a one-woman man. How could he be when he was treated like a golden god all his life? The pieces of Jack and his family were slowly revealed to me. I got the inside look once the family had me around enough. The fighting wouldn't stop and be covered with fake smiles just because I entered the room. His parents loathed each other. His father, the great sheriff I learned, was one of the biggest drug dealers in the area and used the town to wash and launder the money he made. I was not sure what was a worse blow, realizing the Golden family was all a lie, or realizing that the best friend I ever had was someone I never really knew. The last night I saw Jack was the night one of our friends washed up dead on the beach after a house party at his house for graduation. The same girl who had told Jack only the day before that she was pregnant with his baby. Jack had gotten a full scholarship to Texas State University to play football. Jules, as she was known, was a year younger and was underage. Her father was also the town minister, and her family attended the church that Jack went to, and it would make a laughingstock out of Jack's family. And her family would have made him marry her. The only person that knew other than Jack and Jules was me, and neither of them had known I was in the room when they had this discussion. I had forgotten my jacket in his room, and I had my car keys in it. I had to park down the street, and I had already left the party and said my goodbyes. No one saw me because I slipped in through the garage to run up the back steps. I heard him coming. I don't know why, but I ran into his closet to hide, not wanting to be caught. I heard him threaten her, that if she did not get an abortion, that he would destroy her, that he was not going to let a little gold digger who was never going to leave the valley ruin his football dreams. I was home when I heard the news. I had come home a lot earlier than most kids. My dad and stepmom Rose were watching a movie, and my two little siblings were asleep. I went to my room and took a shower. I smoked a joint on my roof, trying to process everything I saw and heard. In the morning, I was eating breakfast before church when the news reported a young teen body had washed up on shore. There was something heavy in my gut that I could not explain. I was frozen in my chair, and when my dad